Hey everybody, it's Bruno. Here's my new episode of MB. Be my next guest on MB by clicking on the link below and we'll contact you. So listen, enjoy the episode.
That's right. What's up, you sucker? That's right. What's up, you sucker? What you looking at?
All right, we're back here. It's Bruno with NB, where it can't all be serious. And we have the great Jackie Rainforth from Rainmaker, who is an award-winning sales expert trainer. And we've already covered a couple of things, a couple of major mistakes. And let's get right to it. I like to get right to it because you're a right to it person.
I am a right to it kind of person.
They do not call you the creator of the badass guide to superstar selling. Okay, the book and the program, you created that.
I did, yeah. So the program is Selling Made Simple because oh my gosh, right? I can't keep up with, oh, you say this, then they do that, then you do this, and you say that, and da da da. That's an old way of selling. Selling has changed. We're in a modern way of selling. It's way different, and it really is about being natural, authentic, genuine, real.
So, we have the caption out there, number one thing to grow your business.
Yes.
Drum roll.
I think number one thing to grow your business, word of mouth referrals.
Wow.
Yeah. Word of mouth referrals. If you have those coming in all the time, your funnel is always full. You've got business coming in regularly. And it's like that old, I don't know if you're, you probably don't know, the old,
I'm 23, so I might not remember it.
No. Well, the old Clairol commercial, where she tells two friends and then she tells two friends and the squares get very, very small because they've told so many people. And word of mouth referrals, that is absolutely the number one way to grow your business. You need to ask.
So the thing is that what should people do? So they're going to, okay, bottom line, if that's your number one way to grow your business, right? Mm-hmm. And this is not just a plug. I'm just saying that, how did you learn that? I mean, obviously, did somebody train you or what do they get when they deal with you to get more referrals in your program?
What do they get from me?
Yeah, if I engage you.
They don't. They're just happy. They're happy with the experience. Okay. I always believe it's the little things that you do that people appreciate, that make you stand out above your competition, that really, make raving fans. When you have raving fans, they tell other people. And then what that is, whether it's word of mouth referral or a testimonial would be the second thing, right? Because you want to be putting those everywhere because it's giving you credibility and authority. But when you have those, that's the transfer of trust. Mm-hmm. And people need to know you, like you, and trust you. Trust is the biggest one. That's the hardest one to achieve.
So you know what, Jack? I'm gonna work without a net. I always do. Okay. But here's something. I mean, can you actually, even as good as you are, you talk to people, can you actually teach people some kind of sales common sense?
Common sense. I think if they're following a process, I call it a mental map in their head. Yeah. They're not reading a script and they're not, your customer says something and no, we have to talk about this now. I mean, a mental map in your head where you're, flowing through a conversation. Are people, I think that's all you need. I don't know. Common sense. That's a tough one, Bruno. That's a really tough one.
I think you've answered it. Say with the process, you get closer. I get closer to common sense, I guess. I'll give you an example. I think you're going to kind of pull your hair out on this one because you're going to say, yes, that's what I'm talking about. I hope this is what it is. But, I'm not going to mention the people, but, I went out and we were going to transact for something, let's just say it was somewhat significant. It wasn't like $50 or something. And the person asked me, let's meet at, I think it was Starbucks or one of those coffee shops. Higher Ground, that's my friend's place, so I'm going to plug it.
Okay.
And they got there a few minutes before I did. Okay, I was on time though, but
Yeah.
and they got there and they got themselves a coffee.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't get you.
Well, they didn't wait. They didn't, and I'm thinking I could afford my own coffee. If you get to know me, I'm not.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, hey, you want to get something? I'll wait here. I'm thinking, going back to one of your previous videos, like, I don't like you a lot. Hey, what the heck? Like, that's kind of common sense. It's $1. And plus, here's the kicker. I don't even drink coffee. So you wouldn't have to even bought me something.
Yeah.
And then I have like summer students and some kids that are not apprentices, I guess, right? In my business. Every morning they come in, they go, hey, can I get you a coffee or a tea or something?
Wow.
And I'm thinking, these guys make, 15, 20 bucks an hour. They get it. And they're going to be superstars. So anyways, that to me is kind of stupid common sense. How many times that happened? Seriously.
Well, yeah, I don't drink coffee, but I have a common sense silly story I can tell you.
Yeah.
Well, we
I
hired
think we help people. I think we help people with this.
Yeah, we hired a realtor, and the next day he came in and he said, "Oh, thank you, Jennifer." And I'm like,
Oh, there you go. That's my sister.
If you can't get the client's name right, don't say anything at all. Right? Like common sense. Common sense. Yeah, that's a common sense. That was kind of a dummy move from a sales point of view.
No, and talking about common sense. Okay, so you know what? You were like the RBC Women Entrepreneur of Canada Award or something, right?
Yeah, nominated. Yeah.
Nominated. Walk us through what that means. That's you need a lot of common sense to get that thing.
Well, thanks. And again, you know what? It wasn't just me. It's when I was I owned my sales agency. I started and I listened to my intuition. I think that's one of the things that we need to do more in life. But the people that I hired were great people, and they were the ones really that made it happen. But it just kind of showed up on the bottom line and on my bank statement, right?
Yeah.
But it really, it's about being trained well, knowing the process, looking outside of the box, looking for a niche market. We sold plumbing products.
Right.
The Hutterites. Nobody knew about the Hutterites. We'd go to these trade shows and the Hutterites were there, and they'd come and talk to me because it's really, in their culture, having women in business is not right, what they do. But you know what? I spent time with them. I got to know them. I talked to them. They knew me. They liked me. They trusted me. They started buying. And let me tell you what a huge niche market it was. And it was something that no one else was looking at the time. It's just, being able to kind of sense those opportunities. They're all around us. We just have to look for them. Yeah.
It's interesting. If like number one thing is I'm really enjoying, our conversations and everything because you allow me to have my silly anecdotes. But I'll tell you something that I learned in sales is people say sales is like sports and sports is like sales and blah, blah, blah. The one thing that I'll tell you about sales and sports is in most team sports anyways, you got to be in the right space, in the right, you know what I mean? Like you got to find where somebody else isn't.
Right. Oh, yes, yes.
And so I think that's what you just said is like, be different. You said that in one of our other videos. Be different. But be different is also find some space where nobody else is, that there might be some gold. And boy, do they treat you well because they haven't been prospected at all.
Right. And the best part, they always bought top of the line quality products. If you could prove value, they would buy the best of the best, always, because they wanted, their need was to make sure that they had a quality product that would last a long time.
And how many other people were really doing that? Because I mean, nobody even knew they existed.
Nobody.
That's kind of like dating Cinderella. Nobody knows Cinderella.
Exactly.
Boy, did the true fit.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out. You like that one?
I like that one.
You can use that one.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
But the thing is that our big caption at the beginning of this section was #1 way to grow your business, and referrals. Yeah, I bet you that different group kind of told another person, told another person, told another person, told another person, right?
Right.
So
yeah. And think about online, right? We've had an explosion in technology. What is the first thing that people do when they go online? They check the reviews.
Yeah.
If you're not 4 or 5 star, no one wants you. And everyone goes, well, I don't know about everyone, I'm making assumptions here, but when, we can look at the stats. I know it's pretty high. When you go through, what are you looking for? You're looking for those 1s and 2s to read what was said, and then you determine. It's huge. Word of mouth testimonials are absolutely massive. If you're a business owner and you've got bad reviews on there, you need to bury those. That'll kill you. If you've got 3 or less, people won't even look at you. They will not do business with you.
Yeah. And what's interesting is that I can tell you this right now is that you got to get to know the person before you refer them. It sounds silly. It sounds like, what are you talking about? But you need to have a transaction. You need to feel good about somebody. And that does take a little bit of time or a lot of time. And I always say if it takes less time, the person's really, 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 really good. And they really follow the process. But so tell us about your training programs or pick one or two.
Well, I customize everything.
You're going to learn that stuff there.
Oh, well, thanks. I customize everything for everybody because I always focus on what's in it for them, and everybody has different needs. So I sit down, I take the time to really find out, what are those pain points? What do they need those solutions to be? And, and ask a lot of questions so that I can design a program around them. Or, I've got the basic standard, hey, selling made simple. I'll teach you exactly what you need to know. But it's kind of it's scaled. So you can do the selling made simple, then sales excellence intermediate, sales excellence advanced. I have social selling. I've got a trio of products that's, tough economy, how to outsell and outperform in a tough economy, how to generate leads in a tough economy, and how do you social sell? Because that's with remote being as popular as it is today, as we've moved into the digital world. That's big. It's huge. Yeah, it's because I'm still blown away by how much response I'm getting to that from that.
Well, that's perfect. And I keep plugging you because you're a great guest and you do great work. And, you click down here, get some more information. Also, subscribe to our channel, I guess, your channel, and put a comment or email or something like that to me or to Jackie, and we'll put you in a draw for her new book, which is called
The Badass Guide to Superstar Selling.
There you go. So we'll get that going too. So thanks for that referral tip. Well, you know what? That's pretty much all the time we have for this episode today. Thank you for tuning in with us. And you know what? Make sure you subscribe to our MegaPixx media channel so you will never miss an episode. And also you can follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook, Instagram. We have content almost every day. So thank you very much for joining us. I'll see you guys soon.